فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون. قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء أنتم إلا تكذبون. قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين. قالوا إنا تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب عليم. قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون. وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون. وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون. أتخذ من دونه آلهة إن يردني الرحمن بضر لا تغني عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون. إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين. إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون. قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين. وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعده من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين. إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون. يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون. ألم يروا كم أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون. وإن كل لما جميع لدينا مهزرون. وآية لهم الأرض الميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها هبا فمنه يأكلون. وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملت أيديهم أفلا يشكرون. سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون. وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون. والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم. والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى دك العرجون القديم. لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبحون. وآية لهم أنا حملنا ذرية في الفلك المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون. وإن نشاء نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين. وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون. وما تأتيهم من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين. وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا وللذين آمنوا ونطعم من لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين. ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين. ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون. فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قول من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أهد إليكم يا بني آدم أن لا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أزل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تأكلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لتمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مزيا ولا يرجعون ومن نعمره ننكسه في الخلق أفلا يأكلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وذللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند محضرون فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون أولم ير الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحيي الذي ينشاها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. كل أرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات. سورة المباركة الفاتحة.
إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن عليًا ولي الله. أشهد أن عليًا حجة الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح، حي على خير العمل، حي على خير العمل. الله أكبر، الله أكبر، لا إله إلا الله، لا إله إلا الله. رحم الله من قرأ الفاتحة تسبقها الصلاة على محمد وآل محمد.
Ya Allah, ya Allah, tamam. Her ya Allah, baik ini. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. الرحمن الرحيم. الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن أمير المؤمنين علي ولي الله. أشهد أن عليا وأولاده المعصومين حجج الله. حي على الصلاح، حي على الصلاح، حي على الفلاح، حي على الفلاح، حي على خير العمل، حي على خير العمل. قد قامت الصلاة، قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر، الله أكبر، لا إله إلا الله. الله أكبر. الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم، صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر. إن شانئك هو الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده سبحان الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له الله أكبر. اللهم صل على محمد وآله. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات. تابع بيننا وبينهم بالخيرات إنك مجيب الدعوات إنك على كل شيء قدير. وصلى الله على محمد وعلى الطاهرين. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العلي وبحمده سمع الله لمن حمده. سبحان ربي الأعلى الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده. سمع الله لمن حمده. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. الله أكبر. أستغفر الله إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. اللهم صل على الله أكبر. الحمد لله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
تسبيح جناب فاطمة الزهراء سلام الله عليها.
اللهم إني نسألك النجاة برحمتك وعزائم مغفرتك ومن من النار احتمل والفوز بالجنة والرضوان يا السلام ودعاء نبيك محمد عليه وعليه السلام اللهم أعنا من المتقين لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.
We have several movements. The of that is to do a shackle, to move our right? Except one action. You don't want to any liquid. So that's one action. You should not be deciding anything and moving your body. Now you get up and repeat the next time. And I go to my sister. Oh, they do it. And they still oh, I haven't. This is the afternoon. I'm going to brother, you must start this and go the other way. Sometimes I'm offering myself. Before in the Shah My salah is this is a move before my salah is divided. What? I'm supposed to do this again. I'm not if I say this is wrong, I'm not doing it. Boy, big boy. Now, no, everything has. Everything has. In this one day, no. While you are doing your Azhar Salah, slow down, calm down. The purpose is not to rush. We are not you might some people, he dies other than murder. He does not die in murder. The man is so hard to my only to we cut off or disconnect from the world, connect over to our relax. Thank you so much for listening. يعني لا حرام في البيت واسعين ما في البيت من أحياء من الصلاح لا ببعض البنص الله رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يهنيه spread your blood start to spread it per day. On the day of resurrection, when you see your mama Amal, وبسان لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أن محمدا رسول الله أن علي ولي الله أشهد أن عليا وأولاده معصومين حجج الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير العمل حي على خير العمل قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر
الله
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا الله أكبر اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد سمع الله لمن حمده اللهم صل على محمد الله أكبر إليه الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى اللهم صل على الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له الله اللهم صل على محمد ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي إنك على كل شيء قدير وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الله أكبر سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد الله سمع الله لمن حمده الله الله أكبر الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى الله أكبر لله الله أكبر سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده اللهم صل على محمد الله أكبر أستغفر الله الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده رب السماوات الله أكبر الحمد لله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل على محمد وآل ورحمة الله وبركاته السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله أستغفر الله الذي لا إله إلا هو القيوم ذو الجلال والإكرام أستغفر الله الذي لا إله إلا هو ذو الجلال والإكرام اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
تصفية جناب الفاضل الزهراء سلام الله عليها.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم إنه ليس لي عبد موت الخير إنما أقول بالطاعة تقدر على عبادي وأجود بك من الجود فنافنا نقول مكبرا لا أدري في سحب وفي جبل بأمر في سماء في بار في جبهة وعلى يديك مقبلنا مقدم واشتغله بيديك وأنت الذي تغفره بيديك تستغفره برحمتك اللهم صل على محمد وعلى واجعلنا ربي بالسفر وعصنا ومدد سهلنا قدر طريقا ولا تحمي بجانبنا بقدر فيه يفعل فإنك من يحمل من النبي إلى رحمتك فإننا من وعلى وجمع كل فرد إن كل فرد
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم بوجهك وجدد الفصل صلواتك عليه وعلى في آخر الساعة في كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا وكريما وعينا حتى تسكنه وتمتعه فيها
اللهم صل على محمد جل فرجه
السلام عليك يا أمير المؤمنين السلام عليك يا رب الأكرام السلام عليك يا نتيجة الكبرى السلام عليك يا حسن الشباب السلام عليك يا أحمد الحسين من الذرية علي بن حسين بن جعفر بن محمد موسى بن جعفر علي بن موسى محمد بن علي بن محمد الحسن بن علي وجد بن الحسن رضي الله تعالى
شہ دوڑے ہو کے شہ دوڑے ہو کے خاک ہوئے قتل گاہ ہمیں ہوئے تھے باپ کو برباش کو آئے جو پاس لاش کے سلطان دین پناہ دم توڑتا ہوا وہ نظر رش کے ماں دیکھا کہ ہے نہ ہوشنا آنکھوں میں نور ہے سب کل سا جسم گھوڑوں کی چاپوں سے چور ہے سب گل سا جسم گھوڑوں کی چاپوں سے چور ہے شانہ ہلا کے شہ نے یہ قاسم کو دی ندا بیٹا تمہاری تشنا دہاں نیکے میں فدا یہ بچپنا یہ جرت و ہمت یہ حوصلہ یہ زخم کھائے اور خبر کی ہمیں ذرا ہم اکبر سنبھال کر ہمیں لاشیں پہ لائے ہیں چونکو کہ ہم تمہاری صدا سن کے آئے ہیں چونکو کہ ہم تمہاری صدا سن کے آئے ہیں یہ کہہ کے روئے اکبر مہرو پہ کی نظر آئیں جو ہچکیاں تو کراہا وہ نو اگر لی کروٹیں تڑپ کے بحسرت ادھر ادھر حسرت کے رخ کو یاد سے دیکھا بچشم تر کانپا فلک حسین نے ایک ایسی آہ کی کانپا فلک حسین نے ایک ایسی آہ کی دلہا کا دم نکل گیا گودی میں شاہ کی دلہا کا دم نکل گیا گودی میں شاہ کی آئے جو پاس لاش صلوات
آواز بلند سلام. ایک اور بیدار سلوات پڑھ دیجیے بآواز بلند سلام.
حسین بانٹ رہے ہیں نجات لے جاؤ حسین بانٹ رہے ہیں نجات لے جاؤ کچھ صبح کے عوض کائنات لے جاؤ حسین بانٹ رہے ہیں نجات لے جاؤ ہر یہ کربلا ہے یہ معجز لو ماں کی بستی ہے یہ کربلا ہے یہ معجز نما کی بستی ہے کفن میں اس کے لپے تو حیات لے جاؤ حسین بانٹ رہے ہیں نجات لے جاؤ قسم حسین کی پرسے میں کم ہی لگتا ہے قسم حسین کی پرسے میں کم ہی لگتا ہے ارے بلند جتنا بھی ماتم میں ہاتھ لے جاؤ حسین بانٹ رہے ہیں نجات لے جاؤ کچھ صبح کے عوض کائنات لے جاؤ حسین بانٹ رہے ہیں نجات لے جاؤ صلوات لاش قاسم پہ بولی سکینہ گھر چلو بھائی میں
لگا لیں. ارے لاش قاسم پہ روئی سکینہ، گھر چلو بھائی مہندی لگا لو. گھر میں شادی کی مسند بچھی ہے، گھر میں شادی کی مسند بچھی ہے. فاطمہ کبریٰ دلہن بنی ہے، دھوم شادی کرن میں مچی ہے. گھر چلو بھائی مہندی لگا لو. لاش قاسم پہ روئی سکینہ، گھر چلو بھائی مہندی رچا لو. ہر منقبت دادا حیدر کی پڑھ کر، ہر منقبت دادا حیدر کی پڑھ کر، ہاتھ میں تیرا صحرا اٹھا کر، تجھ کو آواز دیتی ہے خواہر. گھر چلو بھائی مہندی رچا لو. لاش قاسم پہ روئی سکینہ، گھر چلو بھائی مہندی رچا لو. سلوات. برائے خوشنودی امام زمانہ بآواز بلند سلوات.
محمد صلوات.
Just already said 5 times, I am Yujibu, especially for Brother Bashir Kamali, for Rana Bashir, all those who are sick near and far, all those who are here that have hajats, and all those in need of du'as. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء أما يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء أما يجيب مضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء أما يجيب مضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء. اللهم صل على Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Request especially to my younger brothers and sisters, the sound here is not the most powerful and the voices echo here, so at least my younger brothers and sisters during the majlis, please maintain as much as quietness as we can. كل أرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات إن شفاء مريض سورة المباركة الفاتحة. بر حبیب خدا ختم الانبیاء محمد و آل محمد صلوات.
على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم.
محمد وآل محمد صلوات.
Now, tapping a bit. ما شاء الله لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله السميع العليم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي لا يبلغ مدحته القائلون ولا يحصي نعماءه العادون ولا يؤدي حقه المجتهدون الذي ليس لصفته حد محدود ولا نعت موجود ولا وقت معدود ولا أجل ممدود. ثم الصلاة والسلام والتحية والإكرام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا وحبيب قلوبنا وطبيب نفوسنا وشفيع ذنوبنا العبد المؤيد والرسول المسدد المصطفى الأمجد المحمود الأحمد حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم محمد صلى الله عليه وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. صلى على محمد. واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من أول يوم ظلمهم إلى لقاء يوم الدين. أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في محكم كتابه الحكيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا قوا أنفسكم وأهليكم نارا. صلوات please. صلوا محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. Yesterday I wore black qaba and tonight starts the night when it should be worn, because tonight is the 7th of Muharram and the water was banned and barred on the awlad Fatima salamullahi alayha. May Allah curse those who claimed to be the followers of Rasulullah, to be in the ummah of Rasulullah, and they did not show any mercy, any respect to the household of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. As this is a great platform to share the Quranic sciences and the knowledge of Ahl Bayt alayhimus salam, as they are our best reference and they are our best role models and they are our spiritual guides. I chose, as I said last night, tonight to speak about raising pious children. about half of Islamic education system differs with the West in raising children. So a caveat in beginning, please never be deceived by the amazing work done outside you see by scholars, and I mean non-Muslim scholars. That is great. Academic, secular knowledge. It's worth a while. But remember, our first and foremost purpose is to please Allah Jalla Shanu, is to serve Allah. So when we say La ilaha illallah, I must serve my God through the channel of Muhammadur Rasulullah. And when I say Muhammadur Rasulullah, I must obey Muhammadur Rasulullah as his household told us. I'm going very fast to bring you to my topic. I said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O believers, qu anfusakum wa ahlikum nara. Qu is from wiqaya. Waqayaqi, taqwa, same root word. To guard against something. Could be a danger, could be a sin, could be anything. Protect or guard yourself, anfusakum wa, and ahlikum, your household, your ahl, your wife, your parents if they live with you, your kids, whoever you call your family, it's your responsibility in Islam to protect them. This is ayah number 1. Inshallah, I depend on Quran Kareem and Ahadith. I will be speaking a lot of Ahadith and Quran, and please, I should not be apologizing that I will be mentioning a lot of them. So if I go a little fast, just bear with me. To give you a good idea of discussion, divide it in 3. 3 main points, and then other points can be put under these main and make these subordinate points. A beautiful hadith of Rasulullah. He says, Addibu awladakum, akrimu awladakum, ahsinu adabahum, yughfar lakum. 3 words. And a beauty. Number 1, he says, akrimu awladakum. Respect your children. I'm not using honor your children. Honor is for somebody who is older than us. Respect them. Show respect. Be respectful to your children. Don't say, oh, ye to mera bacha hai, he's my child, or she's my child. I can be casual. No. This is the word of Rasulullah. And I'm going to open up with the ayat of Quran that this goes, Ya Ali, so high, beyond our expectation. So much veneration is put for awlad in Islam. The other word is ahsinu adabahum. Inculcate good etiquettes. Teach them good manners. Adab sikhao mein. This is our responsibility as parents. And it is haqq of our awlad to be educated. Education means intiqal, transmission of all of my skills, all of my experiences, all of best of my best which I have. I should not be stingy, I should not be miserly, I must transfer this to my child. This is what ta'aleem means in Islam. Ab dareg nahi karen kisi cheez par bhi. And finally, if you do that, yughfar lakum. 3rd one. A huge promise. If you do these 2 things, Rasulullah says, you will be forgiven near Allah Jalla Shanu. He will forgive you. What is that forgiveness doing here? We parents by nature, we love our kids, right? We're compassionate, we're kind to our offsprings. But Allah's apostle is giving us more. He's going an extra step. That while it is your innate nature to support your child, to help them, to educate them, you want to see them to be the best, to be first in the line of others. But still Allah promises that I will, while you're going through this struggle, you are striving, I will reward you as forgiveness. A man, he was an evildoer, dies, buried. Rasulullah is passing by with his companions. You might have heard, it's a very famous story in Ilm Akhlaq. When they approach the grave, Rasulullah says, hurry up, pass quickly, speed up. near this grave. Companions, they crossed, passed over the grave, they went whatever they were doing. Done. On their way back, while they're returning, same very grave, God's messenger says, slow down now. One of the companions, out of curiosity, Ya Rasulallah, we just passed the grave and you said, hurry up, pass it ASAP. And now you are telling us to wait, delay, slow down. What's the reason? Please pay attention what he says. He's the apostle of God. Rahmatan lil Alameen, sees every single atom of this earth. Nothing is hidden from him. People, things, people, everything. Secret for me, for you. But for him, nothing is a secret. He knows everything and he knows reality, haqiqat of ashya. His student, Imam Ali says, Rabbi, arinil ashya kama huwa, kama hiya. Show me the things in their reality. The way they are, what they are, give me that. Rasulullah says, when we passed first time, this man was a sinner. He was being punished. Adhab of Allah was being descended on his qabr. And in the meanwhile, he had a son, a small kid. He had, handed him over to an alim that please teach him religion. I was a bad guy. I could not make it, but at least look, parenthood is such a position, such a rank. Even evil bad guys, declared evil person, they never want their son, their kid, their daughter to be a bad person. It's in our nature. He says to the alim, please teach him religion, make him a good person. Rasulullah says, now his father had given it to the alim, and alim now sat down with the kid and told him, son, recite Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. He started his education. And Allah hears everything. Inna Allaha Sami'un Basir. Now I'm going to give you every single word comes from Quran, inshallah, and Hadith. قَدْ سَمِعَ اللَّهُ قَوْلَ الَّتِي تُجَادِلُكَ فِي زَوْجِهَا Surah Mujadala, first ayah. Allah heard the argument of the women who came to you, O apostle. Her husband had for nothing divorced her. And Allah speaks about the heart. Allah says, Wallahu yasma'u tahawurakuma. Allah hears your dialogue. Don't think I don't know. Wallahu ma'akum aynama kuntum Surah Hadith. Wherever you are, doesn't matter, ocean, in the deep ocean, in the skies, I don't know, planet Earth, planet ocean, whatever planet. Just trying to get to my meaning. Doesn't matter where you are. Allah is with you. He is Samir, hears you. Basir, He watches you, of course, without eyes. He does not need any means. He does not need any instrument to work. He does not have physical body. Anyways, Rasulullah says, when the kid said, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Allah heard the kid reciting, I begin with the name of Allah who is Rahman and Rahim. My ghaira, my majesty, my nature of being Rahman and Rahim does not allow that a baby calls me Rahman and Rahim and I punish his father. Take away the punishment from him. Look at the beauty Rasulullah puts in hadith. It does not stop there. The father was forgiven even after his death, when his book of deed was closed. A righteous child is such a blessing for parents. Even after death of parents, their book of deeds, their bank account, if you want to call, of good deeds, does not close. It's still open, and you can still deposit righteous deeds in it. And such a huge deposit. Look at the lump sum, forgiveness. Yeah, please have a salawat. Salli ala Muhammad wa ajil farajam. Where can we find such a promising religion? In psychiatry, two major things those psychologists they need, or psychiatrists they need if they want to write down their prescription. Number one, how to shift the mindset of this patient who's going through mental illness, any mental disorder. How to shift. And number two, how to give him something to move, how to give him a drive, which we call hope. Look how our religion gives us hope, so much hope that even after your death, don't fall in despair. Have faith in your God. If you have done something good, possibility is there that maybe he is going to forgive you even after your death. Are you following the point? How can we communicate this beauty of Islam to at least this educated class known as psychologists and doctors? We are lacking on this. Continues. Rasulullah says, when the Mu'allim said to the child, Qul Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, pay attention. There's an intention to quote this beautiful hadith word for word. When said Bismillah, وَقَالَ الصَّبِيُّ Bismillah, and the kid recited Bismillah. Three things Allah did. Number one, كَتَبَ اللَّهُ بَرَاءَةً لِلصَّبِيِّ, Allah wrote down, engraved it on like a stone. Allah's word changed. وَمَنْ أَصْدَقُ مِنَ اللَّهِ قِيلًا, who is more truthful than Allah? Quran says in his word. Allah's word, لَا مَا يُبَدَّلُ الْقَوْلُ لَدَيَّ لَن تَجِدَ لِسُنَّةِ اللَّهِ تَبْدِيلًا. Allah's word never change. Allah's way of doing things never change. He declares in Quran. Do we have this much firm belief? Do we know our God this way? When he gave me my word, I should sit assured I'm forgiven. My child recites Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allah writes down number one, Bara'atan lis-sabi, forgiveness, deliverance. Bara'a basically means deliverance. You are forgiven. You are saved from the fire of hell. For the baby, the kid who recited Bismillah. And then Bara'atan li-abawayh, not li-abi, not for his father, for his parents, both of them. Both of them are forgiven. Because you brought this newborn, you brought this young potential to come to my way, to my servitude. Here's the gift. You are forgiven. Third, وَبَرَاءَةً لِلْمُعَلِّمِ مِنَ النَّارِ, and forgiveness and deliverance for the teacher, mu'allim, from the fire of hell. Did you get it? Just recitation of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Now let me relate quickly a beautiful hadith of Imam Ali. Our kids have rights. Different hadith, our ulama, they gather. Of course, Ahl Bayt, they did not give us a book form. We have to go read different hadith, and our ulama, they separated which is an usuli hadith, which is a far'i hadith, what are the principles, what are the fundamentals, what are the etiquettes. So these three areas. Number one, importance. Imam Ali says your kid has three rights on you. Number one, name them a good name. Give them a good name. This is the haqq of your kid. Don't name them something, insulting. There was, Mullah Nasruddin. Why poor guy Nasruddin? A man, he was walking by. He sees a youth beating up a bit elderly person. Fiercely, he stops him. Come on, son, why are you beating this elderly? He says, he's my father. He says, even worse. La ilaha illallah. I don't mean to encourage children, but pay attention to the message. He stops him, asks him, why are you hitting him? He says, because I'm so jahil. I'm so ignorant. He did not teach me nothing. And you know what he named me? He was annoyed by his name. He had named him Barghouth for Arabs. You know what Barghouth means? Mosquito. He says, what is this name? He says, but tries to explain this. He's your father. You still are supposed to till the end. But point, let's name our children something which is honorable, which is mentionable, that this is my son's name. My son's name is Mosquito. How would you feel? Come on, do something which is sensible. Please have a salawat. وَعَجِّلْ فَرَجَهُمْ. Imam says his second right on you is that you give him good education. Ta'aleem. Allimuhum al-Quran. Ta'aleem Quran. Khiyarukum man ta'allama al-Qur'ana wa 'allama. Rasulullah said, best among you is he who learned Quran himself first, and then he gave it to the community, where he gave it back to the community. He taught to others. He says, best, if you want to know who is best among us, see, did I learn Quran at stage 1 and then did I teach it to others? That is what Rasulullah says is the best. I think, my son should be a construction engineer. That is best for me and him. I think he should be a doctor. I don't know. He should be a lawyer. Rasulullah's opinion is no. As Mexicans, Ana Parero. No good. If you want to be best, inna karamakum indallahi atqakum on its place. But let's ask Rasulullah, who is to tubayyana linnasi ma nuzzila ilayhim? He is to clarify what has been revealed towards us from Allah Jalla Sha'anu. Quran says, right? Let me give you a story. I have to change. Still, I have to keep the honor of the people. During pandemic, year 2020, I think Maulana Sheikh Jafar has visited this place. I heard somebody mentioning, right? We hold meetings. Myself, Maulana Radwi Sahab Hafidhahullah, and Sheikh Jafar Sahab Hafidhahullah, monthly meeting. We all work under the banner of ISIJ of Toronto. He mentions a story. I was terrified. Some mayor's office, I don't remember, mayor's office or councillor's office, they contacted him that within our GTA community, 2 youth came in their certain get-up, white gold chains, rings, that specific get-up. They came. They have a small container of dust. Sheikhana, we have a question. What is your question? Our parents, they died into an accident, sadly. May Allah forgive them. And we did not know the masala of tadfeen, the burial. They asked us, what do you want to do with your parents' dead bodies? It was a car accident. Apparently they were Sunnis. They are brothers, Muslimin. We didn't know how to respond. Said, well, do whatever you want to do. You know what they do when you don't want to go for a burial? Cremate. They burned them to khakastar, ashes. This container is ashes of our parents. The question we have is, are we supposed to throw it in ocean or are we supposed to bury it? Yeah. Are you paying attention? Did you hear what I just said? This is the halat, the condition, the state of ilm of these 2 youth. They're like around 20 at that point. Quran is our key. Quran is our identity. Quran is our rule number 1. We start with Quran, then we go, Rasulullah said, Inni tarikun fikum athqalain, 2 weighty things. Kitab Allah, number 1. We started with Quran. Kitab Allah, wa itrati ahla bayti. Kitab Allah, dear brothers. Honestly, with due respect. If you want to be angry with me, be angry. I got to do amr bil ma'ruf and nahi anil munkar. Maybe you're going to be forgiven, but if I don't deliver the truth, Imam al-Zaman is going to grab me from here and maybe drag me and maybe beat me up, or maybe hand me over to one of his soldiers. Beat this guy up. He had the ilm, he had the tawfiq, he had the position, he had the attendees, mu'mineen, mu'minat, but he still did not tell them what to do for Quran. Did Imam Ali speak this for nothing? That teach your children Quran, it is their haqq. No, this is what it is. Majority of students, sometimes I notice, they have issues with their recitation of Quran. I'm saying majority, I'm not saying all of them. Ask them, son, on Thursday night, can you please come up here, recite Surah Yasin? Oh, sorry, Maulana, I don't know how to read Quran. You come here. Do you know how to read Surah Yasin? Sorry, Maulana, I have some mistakes. Barely you are able to find from a hall full of youth to step forward and recite. Yeah, maybe somebody's a little shy, they're not willing to come recite. But honestly, if you listen to many of the recitations, you can easily tell this person has not been educated properly. If your child recites Quran, mashallah, by the way, who's gonna benefit? 100% I'm gonna meet my mahbooba known as death. Am I not? I'm gonna meet it one day. Mulaqat hogi usse. When I die, what does my child do? He offers salah, says, Rabbana ghfirli wa liwalidayya wa lil mu'minina ila akhir. Who's going to benefit? Me. But if the poor soul does not know how to recite Rabbana ghfirli, he suffers. And I suffer. And I suffer before him. Because normally parents, they die before their kids. Now what else? They go to Qabristan. Thousands of hadiths told us when your parents die, if you go to Qabristan, visit their grave, on Friday, Allah forgives them, forgives you, if any mistakes. And if the poor soul goes there, does not know how to recite Surah Fatiha, does not know Surah Yasin, who is going to suffer? They or us? Both. But we before them. Are you paying attention? This is how simple and straightforward it is. Please have a salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajam. I hate my clock today. Ya Ali. Last and final one. Etiquettes, ta'aleem, good manners, whatever you call them. Akhlaq, self-building, many terms. But they all come back to behavioral cognition and behavioral change. I want to use modern terms from the psychology. Behavioral therapy is what we got to do to them. Talk therapy, not alone talk therapy. Behavioral therapy. We want to shift not only their brain, but their conduct, their actions. Are you with me so far? Let me repeat, maybe these words are a little difficult. Let me open them up. How do we change one's behavior? Being harsh or being polite, kind, friendly, honest, respectful, and all those positive things, right? When somebody sees, let's say, a good mulaqat, a good, confrontation, a good matchup, what does, let's say, the impression is created in the brain? That triggers positive neurons, right? Positivity. Our communication channels, as I'm speaking about, we have different communication channels, our vision, our kalam. The first and foremost means of building our relationship or connection is our talk. Pay attention. Iqra, the very first ayah revealed. Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Read in the name of your Lord who created. Iqra, you know what Iqra means? I many times have recited complete majlis on this one ayah. Iqra means education. Read. Islam is the religion of education. Ta'aleem. Look, our Imamul Insi wal Jinn. He says, Ana bituruq as-sama'i a'lamu minni bituruq al-ard. I know the paths, the roots of the heavens more than I know the roots of this earth. And we are the followers of Imam Ali, his Shiites, right? How can we be jahil? How can we permit ourselves to stay ignorant and uneducated, uncultured? Well, Quran started with Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. خلق الإنسان من علق. I'm not going to translate out of it. اقرأ وربك الأكرم. Repeats the word اقرأ. Why is that? Ask Mufassirin to put huge emphasis on education. اقرأ. Twice اقرأ. And then when mentions ta'aleem, وربك الأكرم. And your Lord is honorable. علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. Taught insan what he did not know. Surah Rahman, go there. How does it start? Ar-Rahman allama al-Quran. Who taught Quran. And then allamahul bayan. Allah taught the man the bayan, how to speak, how to transmit, if I can say, their knowledge and skills, whatever they are, to the next generation. Bayan is the most effective. Now I'm boiling down and cutting down to my points. Please pay attention to receive them. Number one, speak the best way you can to your child. They are exactly like a mirror. Any good you want to see in them, take your image as a reflection in their hearts. The best reflection you produce, the best you see. Could I say it? Somebody, Hazrat Abdullah ibn Ansari. Look, pay attention to respect. Limitless respect. Rasulullah is on his horse. Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein on his back when they're young. Rasulullah is acting like their camel. Ya Ali, you know what Imam Hassan and Hussein are saying? Hul, hul. In Arabic means, go my camel, go, go, go. Move faster. And sometimes they'll say, yeah, Nana, why are you so slow? Faster. You know, kids, they want speed. They want need for speed. Ya Rasulullah, faster. Hazrat Jabir is watching and he's amazed. Rasulullah is, replying to their call. He's moving fast. They say, okay, too fast. Now slow down, please. He slows down. Fast. Speeds up. Now Jabir alayhi salam cannot sustain it. He says, Ya Rasulullah, how can you do that to your kids? They're your grandson. They're your grandchildren. Rasulullah says, when it comes to children, act like a child with them. Number one, principle of tarbiyah. Principle number two, Rasulullah says, give them whatever you have limitlessly, without any constraint. Don't think even about your haythiyat, your status, your position. Forget yourself what you are. Remember what they are. This drags out another basic principle of tarbiyah, which is maybe a very vital usul. What is that? Treat them the way they are, not the way you expect them to be. Maybe a killer. I said it, and I want to repeat it because I know it demands some explanation. Don't expect your child to be what they should be. Expect them to be what they are. Could I say it? Many people, come on, mashallah, you are a PhD, and they're 5 years old. You have expectations like yours. Think of yourself when you were 5 years old. Put yourself in their shoe, or opposite. Match your energies with their energies. Your potential with their potential. Your ability with their ability. Your comprehension with their comprehension. Your resources with their resources. And then judge. Another usul, judge. Be fair. Be fair. Be honest. Poor soul is only 7 years old and you want them to go to their public school, do all of their homework, turn in their assignments on time, and then you want them to spend 4 hours in madrasa? No, that's unfair. A 7 years old cannot do that much. This is way too much work. But then should it be left altogether? No. Be reasonable. 40 hours for the public school or the Islamic school. If you're blessed to attend an Islamic school in your community, at least 15 to 20% for your religious education. 40%? How much is it? 20%. 10 hours? 25, that is right. My math is bad. 40 hours, how much is 20%? 18 hours? Be proportionate, be adil. Usul-e-Deen is one of our divine justice, be adil with your kid. Don't expect what they cannot bear. Don't expect what they are unable of. In Shara Muqaddas, istita'at is one of the fundamental, elemental rather, conditions of doing ibadat. I'm not supposed to do Hajj. Allah says, Man istata'a ilahi sabila. Who has istita'at he should come to Hajj. If you don't have energy to stand up for Salah, you're not supposed to stand up, say it while sitting. If you cannot even sit, you don't have that much power left in your body, then you may lie down and say while you're lying in your bed. You cannot move your body with your eyebrows. Could it be even less than this? This is our religion. Act accordingly. Now maybe the last principle, and which is going against all these negativity, obstacles of tarbiyah. Obstacles of tarbiyah. What are the obstacles? Number one, anger. And by the way, that respect, لَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي Adam. We honored, gave respect, highly venerated Bani Adam, children of Adam, Quran says. When Allah has set for me a standard of human excellency, how can I as a parent violate that? Please bear that in mind. If I have to even repeat myself, and excuse me if I'm repetitive, but please put in your mind, never insult your child. They have the haqq of self-esteem. Islam puts huge emphasis on this, that you can never break their self-esteem. Never break this rule. Treat them with respect. Because the more respect, courteousness, kindness, self-esteem you teach them, they are exactly going to treat you the same way Hadith says as you taught them. Again, the benefit will return to us. We will benefit from it. जिसको हम कहते हैं ना कि हर इंसान मोमिन मोमिन का आईना है. Al-mu'minu mir'atul mu'min. Mu'min is a mirror of mu'min. Whatever beauty you see in a mu'min, that is basically your own reflection you see in their glowing face. What a beauty of Ahlul Bayt's religion. But do we pay attention? Do we practice this? Trust me, as हमारे कहते हैं ना, प्यार से आप किसी की जान भी ले लो, लेकिन झिड़की से तो कोई पानी भी नहीं देता. Please have a salawat. Allahumma salli ala. Brothers, let me give you an example. Your neighbor. This is maybe all of my speech summary. If you want to put in this example, analogy, it befits it. It's fair to say. Please pay attention. My time is about to finish. Your child, your neighbor's child, in our Islamic setup or in our brethren, Islamic faith, you leave your child with me, Maulana, I'm going to go for, whatever, some of my groceries. I'll be away for 4 hours. Can you keep my child at your home? Now, will I be like giving harsh advices to this kid? He's 5, 6 years old. Will I be doing Amr bil Ma'ruf? Don't do this, don't do that, don't touch this, don't touch that. Why did you do this with this tone? Will I be insulting him? Will I at a point throw him in a room, lock him up? Will I be angry with him? You're not a good son, you're not a good kid. And many more. Will I be doing that? Or no, I'll be trying to be nice and gentle and good. And beta, please don't touch this. Beta, if you want to play some game, here's the remote. Please, my son has a PS5. Go, it's yours. Play for, or you know what, I don't know, you want a so-and-so movie? Normally what people they do? Give them a device. If they don't have one, well, mashallah, today, nowadays, even 5 years old, they have iPhone 14. Right? So much abundance of resources. Yeah, that's another bala, or rather ibtala, azmaish, a test. Act accordingly to pass the test. Don't try to fail. Because if you plan to fail, you fail. I'm saying the opposite as Washington said, right? You never say that to your neighbor's child, but when it comes to your own poor soul, आपका अपना बच्चा, वो बेचारे की सख्ती होती है. Isn't it? Let's be at least this much adil to our son, that at least treat him the way we treat our neighbors or our friend's child. Honest question. Why do we behave in that very certain way to our neighbors or friends' child? Why? Don't need to answer me. Go home, think. This Maulana say, I mean, why do I really honestly, I would never try to yell on my friend's child. Because you know why? I'm afraid he will go home and say, Baba, you know what? Maulana yelled at me. He's a rude man. I don't like him. I don't want to go his home next time. Right? And many more things. I normally put myself as a sacrifice, scapegoat to teach you something. Please have a salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. When it comes to my own son, my tone changes. My eyeglasses move down a bit. Look at Pate. Right? La ilaha illallah. This was the way, I don't know if it came from nowhere. I never speak this way. This is how we treat our own son or daughter. It should never be done that way. It is their haqq to be spoken noble words to them, to be addressed in a very honorable way. It is their haqq. If I don't give that haqq to them today, how can I expect from this kid to be a polite and respectful kid to me? Especially when they're grown up, they are strong, they have power now. They can reply back to me now. Those days they were just a kid that they know how to talk back. Now they have learned the same way. I lash out at them. Exactly, they're going to do the same way to me. So it's up to us. How do we want our child to react to us? Like, Baba, let me help you. Let me do that. If I was out, son, please let me, Hassan, let me do this for you. You need my help? Should I do this for you? Beta, are you okay? Is this good for you? Do you want this? Do you want that? If I was doing that way, he'll exactly say the same words. Baba, yeah. I don't need to repeat. Sometimes when I'm speaking, I become like a kid. Rasulullah used to do that. There's a hadith. When you're with your kid, act like one. Don't give them more than their level. Be at their level. Rasulullah says, educate them while you are on their level. And he himself says, Nahnu ma'ashur al-anbiya, we, the group of prophets, have been commanded by Allah Jalla Shana to do what? To kallim an-nasa ala qadri uqulihim, that we must speak to people according to their intellectual level. We are directly connected through wahi to Allah. Our knowledge is limitless. How can they expect from me to have that much knowledge? Is that fair? Quran says, Umirtu li'a'adila bainakum. Rasulullah says, I have been commanded to do justice with you, be adil with you. Is it adalat? Na'udhu billah, to make it understood. Ya Rasulullah, is it adil to expect from me to have knowledge like Imam Ali? He directly learned from you one-on-one. I never saw you. I never even saw Imam Ali. Not in my dream even. This is tarbiyah. This is tarbiyah, brothers. What is the best usul in tarbiyah, in raising pious children? Timing, tadrij. Tadrij. Tadrij means going gradually. Beauty, you know the 777 hadith, right? The first 7 years, your child is your master, your Mawla, Sayyid. He's your Sayyid. How do you treat your Sayyid? This means the Arab Sayyid, the Malik, master. A ghulam, a servant, is supposed to do whatever master says. He takes commands from master, right? Rasulullah says your kid until 7 is your master. Yeah, let these kids know you are our masters until 7. But quickly, son, be careful how you play that master role. Because it's going to change. You're going to throw that hat away and put a new hat. That is slave then. 7 to 14 is your slave. Slave say, ji bhar ke khidmat lo. Take as much as help, work you can. Why? So he will grow so strong that he never runs away from working. Look, I love it. In our schools here, public schools, Canada, US, they teach students how to sustain harsh weather. You know, it's honestly, I live in a place, I rent basically, it's a school there. And there's a ground, huge ground. It's snowing, -14, with wind chill about -20. Grade 8, grade 10 students, they are walking. I sometimes justify, what is the purpose? Why is teacher making them walk? They want to educate them, or they want to prepare them tomorrow when you become a responsible member of the community and you need to work, number one, then you got to get to your work. Don't bring this excuse, oh, it's raining, oh, it's snowing, oh, it is so cold. Doesn't matter cold, doesn't matter rains, doesn't matter hails. As long as you're alive, you got to go to work. Can't we apply this principle of sustaining? Determination is the word. Educate them to be determined in life, to be resolute, never run away from hardships. Ahl Bayt, they taught us, look, they themselves, they stood firm against any oppression, any dhulm which befell them. They never tried to deviate, never tried to duck it, never tried to avoid it, never tried to bring any excuse. And lastly, maybe consultation. I didn't give you a hadith and ayat because my time is like slipping. Now it's 44 minutes. I want to leave some time for Masa'ib. Tonight we have huge dhikr musibat. He's a son, raised by our Masoom Imam. But quickly, last point, consultation. Hazrat Ibrahim qala, when balaga ma'ahu Sa'iya, when Hazrat Ismail alayhi salam, around 13 years age, reaches, sa'i. Sa'i means, when you have a bit strength, you can help, you're productive now. You can be used as manpower. Go back 4,000 years. He says that, oh son, I saw you in my dream that I'm slaughtering you. Fanzur madha tara is what I want to mention. What do you think? Ask them about their opinion. You know what that will do? That will trigger 14, 15 principles of tarbiyah. And number one, self-esteem. Oh, Baba asks me. He considers me somebody who can give him advice. Number one. Number two, it will trigger to put pressure on their brain and give you their best. This is what I think, Baba. Whatever you are consulting, whatever you are asking them for, bring them up. Don't throw them down. They will never get up. They will produce a dilemma in their mind. And especially, astaghfirullah, it is reality. If domestic violence is seen by this kid, he grows while seeing that domestic violence, poor parental relationship, husband and wife, it's another topic. Of course, I can't cover everything. Tarbiyat is a long topic. I'm just trying to give you a summary, a glimpse, maybe a premise, an opening that, oh, some guy came, he said so, and let's read some book. Collapse of Parenting, a nice book written by a Westerner, a non-Muslim, but a good book, good work. Collapse of Parenting, Leonard Sachs, S-A-X. Great work. Maybe a word he says there, he says, 47 minutes. Please have a salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Brothers, consulting not only gives them self-confidence, it triggers their brain to work. It gives them motivation, it gives them resolution, it gives them determination, it gives them to find where I want to be, what is the aswab, the most right answer, right? Look how many things will happen under this one thing. Determination alone, is it less benefit? And then you will always have their support. And then you will benefit from them. Now, trust me, honestly, la ilaha illallah, I don't mean to swear. Today's 10 years old. When I was 20, I announced as a grown-up man, I did not know that much when I was 20, as I see 10 years old now today. Yeah, they have lots of resources. They have the whole world on their fingertips. This small device brings them every possible thing me and you can access in this device. You have unlimited internet at home, mashallah, great bandwidth, no limit, unlimited data use, I don't know, 1,000 megabytes per second speed. Now you think and you tell me what is going to be the results. They know honestly, oh my, they know how to, whatever I want to do, oh, let me do it for you. They do it in a second while I need to read somehow, search how I want to do this, where to go, settings, then this button and this. They know it by heart. What does that tell us? They are on a much higher intellectual level than me. But do I honor that? Do I respect that? Do I give them that credit? Okay, beta, you have understood it more. You know the phone better than me. I need to change so and so setting. Can you please modify it for me? Do we do that? If we don't, please do that. Because this one thing, you'll say, oh, my Baba trusts me with this phone. You tell me what is going to be the outcome of this youth. How is he going to proceed and enhance his understanding that maybe Baba is going to ask me about the other thing. Maybe he someday asks me about his computer. Maybe someday asks me about his book rack. Maybe let me manage his book. Let me take a look where he has tafsir books, where he has hadith books, where he has, maybe he asks me, son, in that rack I have, one third rack, I have hadith books, so and so name, please bring that to me. And I don't need to ask him, Baba, which one, where, which color, No, he will just go bring it in a second. Oh, Baba, here it is. I know where your books are. I know which book you normally read. I know which book you refer when you want to find a hadith. Look, he will be proactive instead of being active. He will be acting beyond his potential, dear brothers and sisters. So respect and showing respect to your kids, and then build up healthy relationship with them, and much more, as I said, healthy relationship. Pay attention to what relationship Hazrat Qasim has with Imam Hussein alayhi salam. In one word, I want to connect you quickly. 50 minutes. I want to finish in about an hour. Please forgive me if I was a little fast. Please forgive me if I was throwing you random hadith and Quranic ayat. But I hope you understand my strong desire to deliver you some material, to deliver you something which may, touch something in your brain to do more research, read, prepare, and then give it to your child. Azizo, on the night of Ashura, Imam puts out the lights, takes off the bayah, tells companions, go. I guarantee you your paradise. I gave you paradise. I'm pleased with you. If you don't want to go because you're embarrassed, you want to save your face, hold the hand of one of my family member, take them with you. No one will chase you, no one will come after you, they only want my head. No one moved. Azizo, no one moved. You know what Imam said? Kullukum tuqtaluna gadan. Every single of you will be killed tomorrow. 13 years old Qasim ibn Hassan, Yatim Hassan, is sitting there. He raises his head a bit and says, Ya Am, ana fi man yuqtal? Am I among those who will be killed? Now look how Imam addresses famously quoted piece. Ya Qasim, kayfa al-mawtu indak? How do you see death? How is death near you? How do you find death? How do you see death? O Qasim, kayfa al-mawtu indak? A 13 years old, look how he replies. He says, Ahla min al-asal, sweeter than honey. This is the tarbiyah of Imam Hassan alayhi salam. A 13 years, and another report says, Fika, ya am, Fika ahla min al-asal. In your path, in your support, for your mission, it's sweeter than honey to Qasim. Azizo, if you refer the Maqtal books, Maqtal says, more than the battle of Qasim, the rawayat are reported, the words are written for the preparation of Qasim. You know why? Because Qasim will come again and again and ask Mawla, Halli min rukhsa. Oh my master, oh my Mawla, do I have the permission now to go for jihad? Oh no, Muhammad are gone. Ali Akbar is gone already, we know. Qasim is the maybe third last shaheed. Imam Hussain says no. Pay attention why Imam says no. Anta alamatum min akhi. Qasim, you are the alamat, You are a sign, a symbol of my brother Hassan. Uridu an atasalla bik tasalli. I want to get solace with your company. I want you to remain with me, besides me. When I see you, Qasim, I see like my Mawla, my brother Hassan is standing besides me. Azizo, Qasim does something which no Shaheed did. Ja'ala yuqabbilu yadayhi wa rijlayhi. Qasim started kissing Imam Hussein's hands. Qasim started kissing Imam Hussein's feet. When Hazrat Qasim drops himself on the feet of Imam Hussein cannot say no anymore. Imam prepares Qasim for battle. Hazrat Qasim is a slim boy, 13 years old, not about to be baligh, a murahiq, as they say in Arabic, adolescence. Hazrat Qasim was a bit small in make. He has a slim body. No armor fits on his body. Imam tries, one armor doesn't fit. Imam tries, helmet does not fit. His head is too small. Imam ties up amama on his head and then puts the helmet on that amama. You know what? Then what he does? Shaqqa amamatahu nisfain. Ya Ali. Ya Ali. Imam tears off his amama into two. And then albasa thiyabahu kal kafan. You will not find a single hadith about any shaheed like you will about Qasim. Imam made Qasim wear his dress, albasa thiyabahu. Imam put the dress of Qasim on him, kal kafan, like a kafan. जैसे कफन पहनाते हैं ना, ऐसे इमाम हुसैन ने कासिम को तैयार किया अजीजों. और जब ताहतुल हनक लपेटने लगे ना तो बका. इमाम इतना रोए कद गुशिया अलै. इमाम को गश आ गया कि मेरे भाई हसन की निशानी बस अब क़िताल को जाने वाली है. अजीजों, इमाम हुसैन ने जब कासिम को तैयार किया ना, खुदा की कसम मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ और जब तक जिंदा हूँ कहता रहूंगा, दो मक्तल आपको किताबों में बहुत लंबे और दर्दनाक मिलते हैं. एक खुद इमाम हुसैन का और एक शहजादे कासिम का. पता है शहजादे कासिम का मक्तल क्या है? कि खारजा गुलामुन, जो यजीद का रिपोर्टर था ना, हमीद इब्न मुस्लिम, वो लिखता है, कहता है मैंने देखा कि ख़ियाम हुसैनी से एक ऐसा नौजवान निकला कि कअन्ना वजहहु शक्कतिल कमर. उसका चेहरा 14वीं के चांद की तरह धमक और चमक रहा था. अरे जालिमों, ये तो बताओ कि जो तुम्हारी नजर में चांद जैसा था वो कासिम की माँ की निगाह में कितना हसीन होगा. अजीजो, शहजादा कासिम आए चलते चलते मैदान में घोड़े को चलाते हुए. जब आकर वसत में रुके ना तो कासिम ने दाएं और बाएं देखा. कासिम ने जअला युकातिल, अपना क़िताल शुरू किया. अजीजों, कासिम ने बेमिसल क़िताल किया. एक बहुत बड़ा जंगजू जिसका नाम फुदैल अज़दी लिखा है मक्तल ने, ये छुप गया. उसके साथी ने कहा तुम छुप क्यों आए हो फुदैल? वो कहने लगा कि मैं इसकी माँ को इसके गम में रुलाऊंगा, इसको मेरे पास से गुजरने दो जरा, मैं इसके पीछे से ऐसा वार करूंगा कि ये जिंदा बच ना पाएगा. अजीजों, मक्तल लिखता है कि शहजादा कासिम जंग करते करते थोड़ा सा इस शख्स को गफलत में इसके पास से गुजरे. इसने ऐसा बढ़कर तलवार का वार किया, बस एक कलमा दूंगा अरबी का, फफलका रअसा, शहजादे कासिम के सर के दो टुकड़े कर दिए. कासिम पर ऐसा तलवार का वार किया पुश्त से कि कासिम के सर दो टुकड़े कर दिया. अजीज़ फसाहल गुलाम या अम्मा, कासिम ने बुलंद आवाज में पुकारा, चचा मेरी मदद को आओ, कुरान मजीद रखो मेरे सर पर. खुदा की कसम, अकबर की आवाज पर हुसैन ने ऐसा रद्द अमल नहीं दिया. अब्बास ने अलैका मिन्नी सलाम कहा, हुसैन ने यानी कहा सैयद इब्ने ताउस का जुमला कहता हूँ. हुसैन सैयद कहता था जलाल हुसैन कमा यजलिस सक़र, जिस तरह बाज शिकारी अपने शिकार पर बुलंदी से झपटता है, ऐसे हुसैन ने हमला किया फुजैल पर कि तूने मेरे नारिस जवान पर पीछे से हमला किया. अजीजों, एक वार में हुसैन ने फुजैल को फिन्नार व सक़र किया, लेकिन शुजाअत हैदरी के वारिस के हमले पर दुश्मनों के घोड़े डर कर भागे. हुसैन एक तरफ, दूसरी तरफ दुश्मन, उनके घोड़ों की टापों के नीचे कासिम. नाज़रीन, بدن گھوڑوں کی ٹاپوں سے ٹکڑے ٹکڑے ہو گیا. ان جلاتے الخبر تو جب دھول چھٹی نا تو دوبارہ حمید لکھتا ہے میں نے حسین کو دیکھا. حسین نے کیا کیا؟ اس کو کہتے ہیں ابا. حسین نے ابا پر کربلا پر بچے قاسم کے بدن کے ٹکڑوں کو ابا میں رکھا. آخری جملہ سننے پر دل پہ ہاتھ رکھ. حسین نے ابا کو سمیٹا, اپنی پشت پر ڈالا, سر نیچے, خیمے کے نزدیک ایک لفظ کا زینب میرا حسن کا قاسم. الا لعنت اللہ علی القوم الظالمین. وسیا میرے حسن کے قاسم کے ٹکڑے کر دیے زینب. عزیزوں, میں دعا کرتا ہوں پروردگارہ واسطہ تجھے مظلومیت قاسم کا, ہمارے تمام بچوں کو سیرت قاسم پہ چلتے ہوئے اپنے امام زمان کے لیے موت کو احلی من العسل سمجھنے کی توفیق عطا فرما. یا اللہ, ہمیں انہیں اس طرح کا اخلاق و تربیت اور اس طرح کی آزادی علمی و یقینی اور اعتقادی دینے میں کامیاب فرما کہ وہ حضرت قاسم کی طرح اپنے امام زمان کی خدمت کرنے کا توجہ, درجہ, شوق اور انتھوزیزم پیدا کر سکیں. اللہم عجل لولیک الفرج وجعلنا من اعوانہ وانصارہ واصحابہ. یا حسین, 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 یا حسین. قاسم نوشاد کا لاتے ہیں شاہ حسین. پیٹو سرہلے عذاب لاتے ہیں شاہ حسین. مادر قاسم نے لاش پہ رو کر کہا آ گئی تم کو قضا. لاتے ہیں لاش حسین. باپ کا نور نظر اماں کا لختے جگر خلد پسند آ گیا. لاتے ہیں شاہ حسین. مرنے سے تیرے پسر ہوئیں گے ہم در بدر. گھر ہوا ماتم بپا
لاتے لاشا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین حسین سب صفحے بنا لیجیے پلیز یا حسین یا حسین حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین یا حسین شمع سے شمع جلے سلسلہ جاری رہے ہم رہے یا نہ رہے یہ عزاداری رہے شمع سے شمع جلے سلسلہ جاری رہے ہم رہے یا نہ رہے یہ عزاداری رہے شمع سے شمع جلے اپنی نسلوں کو سکھاتے رہو ماتم کا ہنر سینہ در سینہ کرے بس یہ عزاداری سفر کیسے حالات بھی ہوں کہ عمل جاری رہے ہم رہے یا نہ رہے یہ عزاداری رہے شمع سے شمع جلے سلسلہ جاری رہے ہم رہے یا نہ رہے یہ عزاداری رہے شمع سے شمع جلے لاکھ بدلے یہ زمانے کی روش اور موسم ایک پل بھی نہ رکے اشک عزا اور ماتم ماتم شہ کا جنوں ذہن پر تاری رہے ہم رہے یا نہ رہے یہ عزاداری رہے شمع سے شمع جلے جاری رہے ہم رہے یا نہ رہے یہ عزاداری رہے شمع سے شمع جلے تم اگر ذاکر شبیر ہو یہ یاد رہے چاہے اس غم کے لیے سر بھی کٹے گھر بھی جلے حرمت فرش عزا جان سے پیاری رہے ہم رہے یا نہ رہے یہ عزاداری رہے شمع سے شمع جلے سلسلہ جاری رہے ہم رہے یا نہ رہے یہ عزاداری رہے شمع سے شمع جلے اپنے گھر میں بھی عزا خانہ سجانا ہے مجھے اپنے بچوں کو عزادار بنانا ہے مجھے تاکہ اس نسل میں بھی تازیاداری رہے ہم رہے یا نہ رہے یہ عزاداری رہے شمع سے شمع جلے سلسلہ جاری رہے ہم رہے یا نہ رہے یہ عزاداری رہے، شمع سے شمع جلے، مجلس شاہ کی زندہ میں جو بنیاد رکھی، اصل میں بھی و سجادی کی خواہش تھی یہی، یہ عزادار رہے، یہ عزاداری رہے، ہم رہے یا نہ رہے، یہ عزاداری رہے، شمع سے شمع جلے، سلسلہ جاری رہے، ہم رہے یا نہ رہے، یہ عزاداری رہے، شمع سے شمع جلے، مجلس و ماتم شبیر کی تبلیغ کرو، باتیں یہ مظہر و عرفان زمانے سے کہو، منکر بی بی سے ہر حال میں بیداری رہے، ہم رہے یا نہ رہے، یہ عزاداری رہے، شمع سے شمع جلے، سلسلہ جاری رہے، ہم رہے یا نہ رہے، یہ عزاداری رہے۔
So request to everyone, please come forward and participate in Matam. Ya Hussain, Ya Hussain. Please come forward, please come forward. ہے قاسم ہے قاسم، ہے قاسم ہے قاسم، 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 کبھی اس ٹکڑے پر ہے قاسم، کبھی اس ٹکڑے پر ہے قاسم، 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 ہے بلند، ہے قاسم، کبھی اس ٹکڑے پر ہے قاسم، کبھی اس ٹکڑے پر ہے قاسم، ہے قاسم، ہے قاسم، ہے قاسم، ہے قاسم، ہے قاسم، قاسم، تیری بہن غریب نہ نہیں بلنا، تیری بہن غریب نہ نہیں بلنا، تیرے پھٹل دمن نظر ہے قاسم، ہے قاسم، ہے قاسم، ہے قاسم، ہے قاسم، کبھی صحرا دیکھ کے روتی تھی، کبھی غش کھاتے گر جاتی تھی، کبھی صحرا دیکھ کے روتی تھی، کبھی غش کھاتے گر جاتی تھی، پامال ہوا بھائی جہاں، پامال ہوا بھائی جہاں، اس خون پہ گر کر ہے قاسم، ہے قاسم، ہے قاسم، ہے قاسم، ہے قاسم، ہے قاسم، قاسم، ہے قاسم، کس شان سے تم دولہا تھے بنے، کسی شان سے تم دولہا تھے بنے، کس شان سے تھی بارات چلی، کس شان سے تم دولہا تھے بنے، کس شان سے تھی بارات چلی، بیٹھی رہی دلہن اجرے میں، بیٹھی رہی دلہن اجرے میں، آئے نہ پلٹ کر ہے قاسم، ہے قاسم، ہے قاسم، قاسم ہے قاسم، قاسم کبھی اس ٹکڑے پر ہے قاسم، کبھی اس ٹکڑے پر ہے قاسم، ہے قاسم، فاطمہ زہرا، فاطمہ زہرا، اے میری بی بی، اے میری بی بی، تیرے در پہ استغاثہ ہے، تیرا ممنون میری شہزادی جہاں سارا ہے، یا زہرا، یا زہرا، یا زہرا، تو ہمیں حفظ اور امان دے دے، اپنی چادر کا سائے باندھ دے، تیری قدرت میں کیا نہیں بی بی، تو جسے چاہے تو جہاں دے دے، یا زہرا، یا زہرا، یا زہرا، یا زہرا، اے میری بی بی، اے میری بی بی، آنسوؤں نے دعا مانگی ہے، تیری تسبیح پڑھ کے دل نے تجھے پکارا ہے، یا زہرا، یا زہرا، یا زہرا، اے میری بی بی، اے میری بی بی، تیرے بچوں کا غم مناتے ہیں، اپنی اولاد سے کہیں بڑھ کر یہ غم پیارا ہے، یا زہرا، یا زہرا، یا زہرا، یا زہرا، محمد و آل محمد صلوات۔ السلام علیکم یا رسول اللہ، السلام علیکم یا امیر المؤمنین، السلام علیکم یا فاطمة الزہرا سیدۃ النساء العالمین، السلام علیکم یا حسن المجتبی، السلام علیکم یا ابا عبد اللہ، وعلى الارواح التي هلت بفنائك عليكم مني جميعا، سلام الله ابدا ما بكيت وبكي الليل والنهار، ولا جعل الله آخر لحظ مني لزيارتكم، السلام على الحسين وعلى علي ابن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين ورحمة الله وبركاته، السلام عليك يا غريب الغرباء السلطان أبو الحسن علي بن موسى الرضا ورحمة الله وبركاته، السلام عليك يا صاحب العصر والزمان، الامان الامان الامان، السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن، السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن، السلام عليك يا إمام الإنس والجان ورحمة الله وبركاته.
you.